Hello everyone, this is Jonathan Gonzalez, and in today's development log, we'll take a look at how the second part of our launch mechanic is used. In the previous video, we looked at how the sheep character, the red cube, would be launched in order to actually reach areas that both players would not be able to reach. This allowed us to reach higher platforms, or to use the sheep character to activate buttons and switches. When the sheep was launched, he was then separated from the monster character, who stayed in place until the actual player provided some input to have the monster retrieved. So the first part of the launch mechanic has been put in place. Now we're looking at retrieving the monster. We have a few options we want to explore, one of which was utilizing the pathfinding system to have the monster automatically move on its own towards the sheep. Initially I had some reservations on this, as 2D pathfinding was a new concept to me, and one I knew would be a bit of a pain to learn about, as not many resources are available for such a thing. Now I dismissed the built-in pathfinding tools in Unity, as I wrongly assumed they wouldn't work for our case. So I first started off with the A-Star pathfinding system. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with this system, I'll be providing a link to the site itself so you can actually check it out yourself. Now, A-Star Pathfinding is quite a robust system for pathfinding in Unity. It's an external plugin, and a lot of AI assets use it within the asset store. Now, using A-Star was relatively simple, but I soon realized it was going to take a bit more work to get it to recognize the actual platforms and obstacles in the level to create that illusion that the monster was actually climbing and navigating actual objects. After much frustration, I ended up using the internal pathfinding tools once again. Now, I figured I could hack together some sort of pathfinding solution that would work with our game. Now, much to my surprise, this actually worked. It dawned on me that the pathfinding system could actually use the 3D meshes we had along with the 2D physics. It was a bit odd, but it worked quite well. Now, I had assumed previously that this would not work, as it didn't work on traditional 2D games that use sprites, but this is a 2.5D game utilizing 3D meshes and 2D mechanics. Now, I was thrilled this actually worked, since I could actually tweak everything to my liking and actually designate specific off-mesh links for climbing and jumping. Once I had that in place, I then had to switch between AI mode of navigating and just following our sheep character around once he reached his destination. So there's essentially a toggle being switched back and forth where certain components are enabled and disabled. The sheep is launched, and when we regain control of the sheep, once again, we can then press a key to start the navigation process for the monster. Once he is within a certain distance of the sheep, we then turn off navigation and proceed to use the original Volo script so that the monster is always next to the sheep. There will be plenty of tweaking and modifications to come, but that is our prototype for the launch and retrieve mechanics for Don't Eat Sheep.